Well, hey folks, I know everyone enjoys seeing a cold start. I've already got a couple of them uploaded, but we're going to go ahead and cold start the 2004 Procharged Mach 1 here. I usually start by showing the exhaust out back. I've already got a couple videos of that. I think we'll start by shooting under the hood this time. Now, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm just some guy in my garage, so we're going to see if this view works here. Let's go get the hood opened. Yeah, I think this view may work. She hasn't been started here in about probably 4 days or so. We'll see how she fires up. Let me make my way over there and see how she sounds. All right, let's open the garage door so I don't die from uh, exhaust poisoning in here. All right, I think that'll work. Let's go give her a cold start. All right, folks, contact. Boy, I'll tell you what, the sound of that supercharger never gets old. We'll go ahead and leave the camera back here for a few seconds. Well, there she is with her hood closed. I think we're gonna go take her for a spin real quick. We're just making our way out of the neighborhood here. I gotta let her warm up, folks. She takes a while to come up to temperature, which is good. She doesn't run hot. You can see it's trash day. Got all the trash cans out. Yeah, like I've said in previous videos, I like to get my cars warmed up. Be easy on them until they get up to operating temperature. Some of you young bucks out there might not understand this, but it's pretty crucial. Maybe not so much for a daily driver you put around, but for something that's you got some money in, or has some performance mods and you plan on taking it out, and especially if you're going to romp on it, you should really let it warm up to operating temperatures before you ever do anything like that. Your engine, transmission, your whole drivetrain will definitely thank you. Trust me on that one. You can see she's still cold. I don't take the RPMs over like 2,500 when she's cold. And I could never show you guys me really getting on this car anyway. That would be like breaking a law or two, I'm sure there's a couple of you out there that would call in on me and try to get me in trouble. Say, oh, we got him on film. He was doing 80 and a 70 or something like that. See, folks, we're only in a 35 mile an hour zone, and you see what I'm driving. Look at that. I have respect for the law. Wink, wink. Not really, but, I definitely don't need any tickets, that's for sure. Alright, folks, we're just going to cruise down Main Street here. It's only 25 here. Turns into 35 up the way. I just wanted to take her out of the garage. It's been so windy. You can see, look at that flag, how windy it is today. But it's been super windy the last 3 or 4 days, so she's just been in the garage. The last thing I need to do is get her sandblasted out here in a windstorm, or, get all that dust all over. I definitely don't want to scratch up the ceramic coating or anything on the car. Yeah, look at the wind blowing over there. It wasn't even windy when I left the house, but now it is. Go figure, huh? I need to get a little camera, like a point of view camera I can wear on my head, like on a headband or something. I was looking, I didn't see anything at Walmart. Where else did I go? I went to a couple other places. I went to Best Buy, and all I saw there were overpriced GoPros. They didn't have like anything in between. I'm not looking to spend a fortune, just I even went to Big Five. They used to sell decent little action cameras there. They don't have them anymore, nothing. All they had were like 3 or 4 trail cams and a couple dash cams. That's it. They said they don't sell any other type of cameras there anymore. Anyways, we're just going to putter around here. I'm not even going to take her on the highway today. Get her back in the garage. Let me show you this place here, folks. Look at that. Do you see that? I'm not trying to get political on you, because I really don't give a damn. They all suck, if you ask me. But yeah, that guy's had that flag, I don't know if you saw it, on the back of his mobile home there for the last 5 years. So I'll let you leave it in the comments if you want. You can see she's warmed up now. Like I say in other videos, the only gauge it doesn't seem to work right is that fuel gauge. It seems to go down for some reason. No, I'm just kidding. It works fine. You just got to keep fueling her. And if I had 93 octane that I could find, I'd have 93 in her. But I think the most they sell anymore is 91 at the pump. I did watch a video by Prochargers where they have their well, you know what? Jack. That's the name of their Mustang, is Jack. I think it's a 20. I want to say it's like a 2018 5-liter or something, and it's making like 1,000 rear wheel horsepower on one of their Procharger kits. But what they showed, you know, he was talking about tuning and everyone arguing about their tuner's better and blah 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 blah. And so he had the car set up, I think it was set up for 91. He did a dyno run, and I don't know. Let's just say it put down 650 horsepower. I'm not sure. Let's just say 650 to the tire, right? And he goes, I'm going to do one little change, and it's going to make 99 more horsepower. So basically 100 more horsepower, right? And I thought he was going to pulley it down a little bit. So he made another run, and it made 99 horsepower more. And he goes, I only did one thing to this car. I didn't change the tune. I didn't change anything on the car. I didn't change the pulley. I didn't do anything to the software. Nothing. And I was like, well, what the heck did he do, right? He held up a bottle of octane booster. I don't know if it's just the specific brand he used or not. He said, this is all I did. I put this in the tank, and we got 99 more horsepower. Because, you know, a newer Mustang like that, you know, knock sensors and this sensors and that and everything else, right? It's going to be able to pull timing if it senses knock or anything. And obviously with the octane booster, it didn't sense any of that, and it made another 100 horsepower just by putting octane booster in it. So I'm going to research that brand he used, and, you know, maybe I'll grab a bottle of this for this, because all we can get around here is 91 octane. I remember the days when I was young in Las Vegas, you could go to the Rebel gas stations and they sold 100 octane trick fuel. You guys remember that? Right at the pump. And I think back then it was like $2.99 a gallon, right? It might have been $3.99, but I want to say it was $2.99 a gallon. And we thought that was big money back then. Look at gas now. Now we're paying what? I think I'm paying $5 a gallon for 91 octane, or just about anyway. Depends where you go. In our town, it's probably about $4.80, $4.90. If you go to Reno, you're going to pay like $1 more for it almost. Anyways, that was a cool little story there. All right, I can't get on it too hard here, but I'm going to try to let you hear the exhaust a little. It's only 35 miles an hour here. What do you guys think? You think this can run with that vet that just passed me the other way? I think it probably could. Let's go down in a second here. Get a few exhaust crackles. Definitely don't want a ticket here, folks. customary rev by. You know, I was telling my wife, since getting this car, I find myself wanting to race everything. I don't, because I don't want a ticket. I've never had a ticket in my life. And she goes, "That's not like you. You're an old man now." I says, I rev at everything that looks fast going by or pulling up next to. I said, but I definitely don't need a ticket, you know. I used to drive like a maniac back in the day, but I drive like an old man now. Come on, focus, camera. What's going on? There we go. I wonder, are you supposed to wave at other Mustangs coming the opposite direction like you do when you have a Jeep? Well, I've learned that with the Jeeps I've had. When there's a Jeep coming the other way, you better wave to them. If you don't, they're going to get upset and let you know about it in one of the Jeep forums. Yeah, so I had to learn to wave to other people in Jeeps. That's like a customary thing. I wonder if Mustang people do it. As you guys can tell, I'm really easy on this car. I don't even think well, I'm not going to say I've never not seen what it can do, but for the most part, I keep the RPMs pretty low in this. I know these engines are super stout. I watch people just beat the living snot out of them all day long on YouTube. Even just your regular 2-valve GT or, you know, 4-valve Cobras, the Machs, just whatever. People just beat the piss out of them, and they just seem to take it, but not me. I've got too much money in this one. Get a little exhaust sound going though. That's just a tiny blip of the throttle. Probably not even a quarter of the way, if I'm being honest. There, let's get on it a tiny bit. I don't know if you could tell, that was like halfway and it just broke the tires loose right there. I could totally feel it. That was second gear. You can see I'm not even on it. Focus, camera, focus. Come on, there we go. But yeah, she definitely sounds good. She's definitely got the power if you want it. My luck though, there'll be a cop hiding somewhere, and that exhaust and driving a nearly red car that's competition orange, they say that right there is enough to get you a ticket all by itself, whether they have you on radar or not. Alright folks, I'm going to take her home, put her back in the garage. I think I'm going to fire my F-150 up and take her for a drive. I haven't driven her for a while. I'll give her a little like half throttle blip here, just so you can hear what she sounds like here. She does sound good. She pulls really hard. If I would have floored it, she definitely would have broke the tires loose. Just thought I'd show her real quick just how nice she idles and everything. Very, very manageable car. You know, one thing, if I do end up keeping this car, if you don't know, I do have this car for sale right now. But if I do keep it, I'm going to change the bypass valve or the blow off valve. Right now it has like the what is it? The internal one, whatever you call it, from Procharger, the one that comes with the kit. If I keep it, I'm going to get the other one, the I guess it's like a open, the bullet blow off valve. It's over $400, but man, that thing sounds good. You get a big whoosh out of it. But anyways, yeah, if I hold on to her, I'm thinking about ordering it. Like I say, this just has the factory style. Um, I don't know if they call it an internal or what, but it also has the little like K&N style. It's like a Pro Charger filter, right? But it goes on to the technically, if you have a supercharger, it's called a bypass valve, not a blow off valve, but it's basically the same thing, right? Kind of. So basically, what it's doing is, when you're cruising around, when you're not, basically when your engine's making vacuum, right? When you're not on it, that bypass valve or blow off valve, whatever you want to call it, it's always open, right? Because the centrifugal supercharger is constantly making boost, so it has to vent it. And then once you're on it, you don't have vacuum anymore because it's referenced by vacuum. It closes that valve and it builds boost like now. Um, and the only difference between the bullet style that I want and what's on here is the sound. It's just like a whoosh, sound, like when you rev it up, when you let off, that typical ricer sound you get out of the Hondas and Subarus and stuff. But it does sound really cool. So I'm thinking if I should get that. Like I say, they're like $420 or something. Real simple installation. I mean, it goes on in literally like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if even that. At least on this car, it's super easy to get to. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. I've got a couple people interested out of state on the car. They've made me offers, but I'm not willing to accept their offers yet. Um, Another guy here in town wants to come look at it. He says he's real busy when he gets time off work. And I don't know. I do this to all my cars, guys. I get something I really like. I get it just the way I want it. Then I end up selling the damn thing. And I don't know. I'm kind of having second thoughts on this one now. Um, maybe this is one that I need to hold on to. If you guys go back in my videos, you can find the last Mustang me and my son bought, or actually that one. That one was pretty much his. I just did all the work for him. That was a '94 Mustang GT. That was the yellow one, the yellow chrome. 1994 Mustang GT, and that had a fully built, push rod 5 liter in it, forged internals, forged pistons, aluminum cylinder heads. Had all the Edelbrock aluminum cylinder heads, Edelbrock lower and upper intake. I think it had the Ford Motorsport, larger throttle body. It had the Vortec V2 supercharger. That one was only running at 6 psi. But that car, man, for being a little 5 liter push rod, I'm telling you something, that car pulled hard. It really pulled hard. The downfall of that car is it had the T5 5 speed. And, back in the day, a T5 was fine with a 225 horsepower crank car. But I didn't dyno that car. I don't know what it was running, but I can tell you from you know, the seat of your pants or whatever, as they say, that car is pushing good power. And that transmission just couldn't hold it if you were going to drive it like that. But that was a gorgeous car too. So we ended up selling that, and I really regret it letting that car go. That's a car I should have kept because I got it at a really good price. And although I sold it for decent money, I should have kept that one because although it was really nice looking, it wasn't as pristine as this one. And like a little, it would have hurt, don't get me wrong, but a little scratch here, a little ding here, it wouldn't have hurt as much as this one. That was more of a driver, and it had, it was just a great car. But you can go back and find the videos on that one where I do a pretty detailed explanation of that car. That was just over a year ago, I believe. Look at the poor F-150, folks, sitting out here in the driveway covered in dust. I'm going to go take her for a drive. I think I'm going to detail her out here in the next couple days. She just needs a good wash because she's covered in dust. And I'll probably end up ordering a nice truck cover, keep her covered up. That way the sun doesn't get her. But yeah, we're gonna go fire her up right now. She's a Coyote powered 2012 F-150 Super Crew Platinum. Just put those new